I have 10 hours to make as much GP as possible, starting with absolutely nothing. And to make things a bit more interesting, I'm restricted to only 1 hour per moneymaker. 10 hours, 10 moneymakers from scratch. Let's get started. For my first hour, I'm headed to the elven city of Prifddinas, which is home to a great moneymaker with no gear or item requirements. That moneymaker is, of course, the Corrupted Gauntlet. The Corrupted Gauntlet gives lots of good alchables, and if I get lucky, it also has some very valuable uniques. Alright, 1 KC down, and we get nice 300k loot for the first one. And KC number 2, not a whole lot. KC number 3 for not much, just some runes. Okay, that was super clean. For kill count 100 total on my account, coins and some rune. And that is going to be the last Corrupted Gauntlet KC for the hour, since I don't have time for another one. But let's see what we get. Nothing special. Never lucky. Now I can head over to the Grand Exchange and sell all of this for my starting cash. 764k starting out. Nice. One of the items you always get from the Corrupted Gauntlet is crystal shards, which are untradeable. However, they can be used to make divine potions for some extra profit, so that's what I'm gonna do. And now we can sell all of those. So in total, from the first hour, including the crystal shards, I made 1.12 mil. Now that I have a bit of starting cash, I can buy everything I need for my next moneymaker. For my second hour, I'm headed into the wilderness for a consistent but slightly risky moneymaker, hunting black chinchompas. Oh fuck. This is bad news. Well,
dying on my hardcore Iron Man. Complete.
We lost 40 chinchompas. Okay, we lost 39 chinchompas. That is unlucky. We got 11k for that. Maybe I need to bank more often. I was gonna bank at 50. We might have to bank a little bit sooner than that. And we're gonna go bank again with this 26 chinchompas, which is worth 99k. Okay, a couple minutes later, we've got another batch. Back to the bank. And the hour is just about up for my second moneymaker. We've got 43 chinchompas on the last haul. And the final batch of chinchompas, we got a total of 224. 800k worth of chinchompas. Not quite as much GP per hour as I had hoped, but I wasted a lot of time at the beginning getting PK'd and taking too long. But we got 858k in that hour, so that brings us up to 1.9 mil. Next, I'm going back to some PVM. I can't afford any really good gear yet, but luckily there are some moneymakers that don't require anything expensive. One such moneymaker is Barrows. And 1 Barrows chest. A lot of death runes, so that's some decent loot. No unique though. Yo, we got an Aram's robe top, chest number 3. That's the best item. Let's go, that's huge, nice. And the final Barrows chest for the hour, nothing. Alright, with just the runes, without the Aram's robe top, the total loot is 506k. And then we add the Aram's robe top, there we go. And now we're up to 4.3 mil. So we add that to what we already have, and that brings us to 5.8 mil. I've got one more cheap moneymaker in mind before I start spending more on gear. For this one, I basically just need a Varrock plate body and a dragon pickaxe, because I'm headed to Zalcano. There we go, we got onyx bolt tips, a singular onyx bolt tip, wonderful. Hey, I got MVP, nice. And it was pure essence? And we got another MVP, let's go. For coal this time, something worth a little bit more. Fuck.
Dying on my
what? I moved! And for the last kill, a runite bar. Not bad. All right, we got 369k in loot. Not super great, but we didn't get lucky and get the crystal tool seed. I also managed to gather 72 crystal shards during my time at Zalcano, which means I get to make a lot of divine potions. And I managed to make 180 divine ranging potions for quite a bit of profit. We profited almost 500k from that. Since I wasn't very lucky with my loot at Zalcano, I decided to spend my next hour at a boss that doesn't require any luck to make some decent money. That boss is the giant mole. For this boss, I need full Darox, a locator orb to lower my hit points, and a Falador shield to track the mole down when it digs. Most of the money from the mole comes from the mole claws and mole skins that it always drops. And with the Falador diary completed, these drops are noted, so I don't have to bank for the entire hour. That is 1 hour of giant mole completed. And the total amount I made from mole adds up to just over 1 mil. Next, I'm headed to Varlamore to try one of RuneScape's newer moneymakers, the Moons of Peril. Some of the uniques here are worth a decent amount, so if I'm lucky, I can make quite a bit of money here. First moon down, second moon down, third moon down, and never lucky. Nothing, nothing, no, nothing, nothing, never lucky. Probably not going to be good GP per hour then, since we didn't get lucky with any of the uniques. Only made 367k from that. We could have made over 10 mil if we got lucky, but never lucky. I didn't have much luck at one of the newest pieces of content, so let's try my luck at one of the oldest, the Dagannoth Kings. Okay. Finally. Archer's Ring, let's go! We actually got one! And this is gonna be the final kill of the trip for Bass. Of course, we get back-to-back food drops right at the end. Oh, it did sell, nice. So we've got 3.4 mil, and then I can go ahead and sell the stuff that I won't need anymore, which now puts us at just over 10 mil. 10.4 mil. Now that I can actually afford some decent gear, it's time to head to one of RuneScape's most reliable moneymakers, Zulrah, also known as the Profit Snake. As the name implies, Profit Snake pumps out consistent profit, alongside relatively frequent uniques that can go for over 5 mil. And I killed it before the Jad phase, nice. There's one kill down. Pure Essence and Proprietary Seeds, that is garbage. Oh, I just got a combat achievement. Okay. There it is. Swamp Tar, Torsal Seed. Once again, garbage loot. We did get the kill for snake skins. That's terrible. Okay, we got a big Zulrah scale drop. That's actually worth something. And that is going to be the final kill of the Zulrah trip. And we got a Magic Fang on the very last kill. Let's go. And from 1 hour of Zulrah, we made 7.3 mil. Very, very nice. Next, I'm headed back to Varlamore to take on one of RuneScape's toughest challenges, the Fortis Colosseum. Except, I won't actually be completing the Colosseum. Instead, I can just bail out after Wave 1, which is not much of a challenge at all. Wave 1 has a guaranteed loot of 80 Sunfire Splinters, which is worth around 45k. So, repeatedly completing Wave 1 as rapidly as possible can quickly add up to a decent amount of GP per hour. And wave completed, and we just claim the loot. And we get 80 Sunfire Splinters, which I can just put straight into the bank. And 2kc down, another 46k in the bag. Okay, yes. I got it before the guy spawned that time. Nice, that was a quick one. Got a couple quick times in there back to back, very nice. That's a new PB, 29 seconds. Nice. I'm going to end it there, get a couple extra minutes to sell a bunch of stuff since I'm going to be down to the last hour. So we managed to get a total of 2,720 Sunfire Splinters, which adds up to 1.5 mil. Not too shabby for as easy and perfectly consistent of a moneymaker that it is. And for my final hour, I'm heading back into the wilderness to do something that's a little bit risky, but could make me a lot of money. That, of course, is Revenants. Unfortunately, I don't quite have the funds for a Webweaver bow, but with an Amulet of Avarice, even a weaker weapon can still do some decent DPS. I decided to fight Revenant Knights using the safe spot, which will allow me to instantly log out if I see a PKer, thus reducing my risk of losing all my loot. The first Revenant Knight has been slain for some Blighted Manta Rays. Oh fuck. You got a fucking halberd, bro? Okay, they're not even using freezes. Okay, we escaped from the cave. Doesn't look like they're chasing. And we escape. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and bank our first full trip. Got 237k. Alright, we're sitting on 373k. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bank this. And time. Okay, there's a little chime. Time is up. So let's go ahead and finish this guy off, and then we will be done with the 10 hours of money making from scratch. So in a little under 1 hour of killing Revenants, I made 1.06 mil. After selling all my loot, as well as all the gear and items I purchased over the last 10 hours, the final price check adds up to just over 19.5 mil. I'd say that's a pretty decent amount of cash compared to the 0 that I started with. And speaking of starting from scratch, I will be participating in the upcoming Raging Echoes League, and I will be sharing my journey right here on this channel, as well as on my Twitch channel, so I look forward to seeing you there.